I'll go ahead and say good morning for people who maybe are going to watch this later. I don't see anybody watching it right now quite yet, but the video just started. So, going to do a little bit of karate here in a little while. It's going to be Koburyu karate, and it's going to be a little more geared toward people who kind of already know some of the movements. So, if you do Uechiryu or another offshoot of Uechiryu, you could probably follow along with this pretty well. Probably most of the movements aren't going to be super new to you, and you'd be able to follow, maybe enjoy some of the concepts. If you practice like a completely different style, I guess if you're one of the people who does a lot of different styles and you can just jump in and pick stuff up on the fly, pretty good at that, then you might be able to get something out of this. But if you do something way different, some of this stuff is going to be, a little bit confusing to follow. Um, but I said I would start at 4:45, so I'm going to give it just a little bit of time to see when people can kind of start joining. So, if you're watching this later and not live, this lovely locale here is my basement dojo. This is where the magic happens. I've got some equipment over there. I've got some affordable flooring that does its job, serves our purposes here, so that we can train with our feet, staying happy. And this really fancy setup here is I am balancing a phone on a vacuum cleaner. So at some point, this is going to be this will be a pretty relaxed, low key class. But at some point, if suddenly the world falls over, if the world falls over and you see like the whole room move, that's probably maybe I got carried away with my foot movement and my phone fell off of the vacuum cleaner that's holding it. So that's possible that could happen. Ohayo gozaimasu means good morning, buenos dias. We're going to get started here. Like I said, it's going to be Koburyu karate. It's going to be similar to Uechiryu, so you can follow along if you want to. Hello. All right, so I guess without further ado, I'm gonna give you guys I got a home dojo, I would say. Yeah, it's a home gym. I've always been obsessed with that concept. Ever since I started training, I wanted to have my own space to train in. So I got really into, like, I go all the way down the rabbit hole. I love doing internet searches and just looking up what other people have done for their home gym setups, their home dojo setups. I'm obsessed with that stuff. Tall. I'm 6 feet tall. That's really tall to some people, and it's not as tall to other people. Um, I'll stand up in a minute though, so I guess you'll know. But yeah, so this is my setup. It's been a long time in the making. When you train throughout your life, you collect a lot of training equipment, and so this home gym, home dojo setup has been built one piece at a time. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I really like just being able to wake up and have my stuff right here. And that's kind of what I'm bringing to you in this video is I'm going to start training, and then you're going to just be able to roll out of bed and start training along, because I can't see you, I can't smell you. So if you're not really prepared to train, doesn't matter. Just wake up and we'll go through some movements. All right. So I'm going to give thank you again. I'm going to give something that's a little bit different from what I teach in the class for my students who are following. So normally in the class, we have limited time. So we get through all the katas, but we don't do a lot of the old school like kata hojondo. So it's not really something that is a big point of emphasis, it seems like, anymore. But one thing I miss about the kata hojondo is that you really practice the individual movements repetitiously, so you got them down a little bit better. Because if you only do a movement one time in a kata, and that's the only time you ever do it, and you only do the kata, let's say 3 times, then you haven't really practiced that move a lot. All right, so we're gonna get started here. So start off with a respectful bow. Kyotsuke. Onegaishimasu. All right, now I understand some people don't have a lot of training space. What I'm gonna do is gonna be advancing forward and backward across the floor. If you don't have as much space, you don't even have to, do all of that. You can just kind of practice in place. So when I'm turning and going here, you could just be stepping offline, going here, and getting the movements repetitiously like that. So this is going to be sort of a version of Kanshiwa Hojondo, but I might do more techniques than are actually in the Hojondo. I'll probably keep it pretty close to the Hojondo at first, the first time I run through it. Kanshiwa Hojondo. All right, first thing, we're gonna step forward with the right foot, turn to your left foot's in front, punch right. Then step forward with the left foot, turn to your right foot's in front, punch left, step forward right, turn left foot's in front, punch right. Now going back, we take this back foot, the right foot, we're gonna step around, turn toward our left, the left foot's in front, punch right. Then we turn toward the back, step left, right foot's in front, punch left. Step right, turn to the left foot's in front, punch right. And then come back to here, step right, kosauke to the angle, the 45-degree angle. And then we're gonna do a sokato geri, kicking with the sword edge of the foot. Step left, kick left, step right, kick right, step back, left foot's in front, kick left, step back, right foot's in front, kick right, step back, left foot's in front, kick left, step down, step into Suigo Kosuuke. It's a longer stance here. Yoko Hiji Rauchi. Step in left elbow, back fist. Step right elbow, uraken. Step back, sagate. Left elbow, left back fist. Right foot's in front, right elbow. Left foot's in front, left elbow. Step right, wauke. Yote boshiken. Step left, boshiken. Step right, boshiken. Left foot's in front. Sagate. Right foot's in front. Left foot's in front. Now step right, block. Shuto, rauchi. Kosuke, shutochi, rauchi. Right foot's in front. Now I'm gonna go backwards. Left foot's in front. Shuto, rauchi. Right foot's in front. Shuto, rauchi. Left foot's in front. Shuto, rauchi. Step right. Kick. Right foot. Front kick. Step left. Kick left. Step right. Kick right. Back up. Kick left. Step back. Right foot's in front. Kick right. Back. Left foot's in front. Kick left. Step right. Shokenzuki. Step left. Shoken. Step right. Shoken. Back up. Left foot in front. Shoken. Right foot in front. Left foot in front. Hey. Arigatou gozaimasu. What do you guys think of that? Break boards. I could, I guess. I've broken a few boards before, but it's not a big deal. Thank you. Yeah, it's a flow I've got memory. It's called, it's like a kata, but the kata are less repetitious. No mercy in this dojo. Yeah, true. Yeah, so the katas are less repetitious. The hojondo are more repetitious. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. So I hope everybody watching, if you are getting something out of it, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be doing some more stuff like this. All right, any questions? Go ahead and post in the comments so we can kind of keep it moving. It helps me have something to talk about here. So the hojondo, the one thing I don't like about that hojondo is that if you noticed, you did 4 punches with your right hand in that beginning sequence. 4 turns to your left and punches with the right hand, and only 2 punches with the left hand. So for me, I think if you're practicing it not in a formal class setting, it would be better to just go do maybe 4 repetitions forward or even more. I think you just got to go a bunch of times forward and a bunch of times back so that you can practice repetitiously without it being like too many times on one side and not the other. So we're just going to do that. Just that opening movement. We're going to practice forward and back. So it's going to be turn to your left, left was in front, punch right hand. Then turn to your right, right foot's in front, punch left. Turn to your left, left foot's in front, punch right. Turn to your right, right foot's in front, punch left. Turn to your left, left foot's in front, punch right. Turn to your right, right foot's in front, punch left. We can go into the back. So you would just have to step around that foot for that first transition, go into the back. I'm gonna recenter myself here, punch back. So I step towards the back, turn. I'm still, the direction I turn, if I turn left, left foot's in front, I block toward the left, punch right. If I turn toward my right foot's in front, block toward the right, punch left. Just practice back and forth across the floor. You can also just do it stepping offline. So you can tenshin, punch back. Tenshin, punch back. Tenshin, punch back. Tenshin, punch back. Lock, punch back. Lock, punch back. Lock, punch back. Lock, punch, and back. So you can just go side to side like that too. With going side to side, I think that's a helpful movement pattern. So you can just practice that as kind of a nice way to warm up. Just smooth little side step. And you don't have to go all the way from here. If someone's punching at you and you want to get out of the way, this is enough to get out of the way with a punch, right? So you only need a very slight movement. So we're just going to do a really smooth side step there. Hi. We're just doing a quick little side step called tenshin. So you're just going to move to your right. So I move with the right foot first, then the left foot steps over. Move to the left foot moves first, right foot steps over. Just like that. All right. I had somebody ask me yesterday, someone who doesn't train, they're like, okay, as someone who doesn't train, someone's charging at you, what's the one thing that you can teach me right now that I could do? And so I taught him do the side step. Just side step like that. So you've got your hands between you and your opponent. They're rushing at you. If you can sidestep, it's going to buy you a moment where they're going to have to reorient and turn themselves towards you. They may even miss with whatever they were trying to do. Instead of backing up, potentially tripping over something that's behind me, I can move to the side where I can see it with my peripheral vision that there's nothing that I'm going to trip on. I can move to the side and be here, and then they're going to have to turn back towards me. I get an angle on them, so there's a split second where they're still oriented toward where I was, and I'm oriented toward where they are. So I have that angle, and I can utilize that to my advantage. If you don't have any training, then you're going to be limited on what you could do after that, but I think that's probably the first step. So let's practice just a little side step. So just here, 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 nice and smooth. And then you can add a parry, all right? So they're punching and you're getting offline, but you want to get a little bit of control and make contact with whatever they're hitting you with. So, boom, just a little side step and parry. All right, then you can complete, there's a circle, a small circle movement. So when you step offline, this circles and it can hook and grab a hold of their arm. So if they're pushing me, I can step offline, make contact with the arm they're using to push me with, and then get a hold of them, and that's gonna slow down their ability to turn back into me. It's gonna keep me at the distance I wanna be, where I have a little bit of connection to them, and that's where I can hit. All right, so I'm just gonna step offline, kosu uke. Just go that way, so step left, kosu uke, kosu uke. And if I orient myself back to where my center line, back to the line where I was or where I'm anticipating my opponent is, so they're coming down this line, if I step here, they're still there. So I turn myself a little bit. I'm basically in Sanchin almost, Sanchin Dachi. All right, so Sanchin Dachi, we've got shoulder width apart with your feet. Move one foot forward, turn the heel out, bend your knees kind of in like this. So that heel being out on the front leg and the back foot pointing straight, that gives you some torque with your hips to be able to hit. And it gives you protection for kicks to the groin, and your legs are pretty strong here too. So the idea is trying to be in that stance. So when I step offline and then I turn my hips this way, what happens is I'm almost in that stance. The only thing I left behind is that back foot. So I could step over with the back foot already oriented this way, but I'm going to teach you a trick. Right. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to teach you guys a trick with that stance. You're going to step offline and you're just going to do a regular side step, right? Feet are both still pointing straight forward. My hips are going to turn this way. But then when I punch, this heel is going to pivot out with the punch. And so basically I can think about my knee pointing toward my other knee when that happens. So my heel goes out, almost like I'm squishing a bug, like that. And my knee shifts in, points more towards the other knee. So it's gonna go like side step, feet are straight forward, turn the knee in, and turn the heel out when I throw my punch. Side step, feet are straight forward, pivot that heel out with the punch. Side step, feet straight forward, pivot the back heel out. Side step, feet are straight forward. When I throw my punch, I pivot that heel out and point my knee in. Side step, feet straight forward. Side step, feet straight forward. Feet are still lined up here. That back knee with the punch. The back heel comes out. Goes like that. Nope, I gotta make the pow sound effect. And not gonna do full speed. This is, guys, I don't know what time it is there. It's like 4:45 here. Everybody's still sleeping. But in my house, people are sleeping. And the point of this is more kind of an introductory. Some of the stuff is gonna be advanced, but it's also, we're not pushing our limits with hard training. We do that on different times. So sorry if you're disappointed about that, but we're just doing it pretty easy right now. The sidestep and punch. Okay. All right, so do the sidestep and punch just a little bit more. So you're gonna step off line, push circle. When I move my right foot, my right hand moves. When I move my left foot over, my left hand moves. My feet are still oriented straight forward. And then when I punch, I twist the heel out to get more power in my hit. All right, then I step to the other side. I move my left foot, parry. As this foot adjusts and lands, I do my circle, grab a hold if I have something I can grab. And now my back heel pivots out, punch, punch, back, block, 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 punch, back. Kosuke, Yakuza. Probably move on to the next movement. Next movement is gonna be Sokotogeri. So I'm gonna step offline, and now what happens, I'm gonna let my left foot, well, don't worry about the feet right now, except just let your feet be forward. You can step offline. This one's already here, so this foot's already closer. Sokotogeri. Step offline, push circle, Sokotogeri. Push circle, Sokotogeri. Push circle, Sokotogeri. If you want to practice stepping offline with the other movement, the yokuhiji, you can go here. So a lot of times we usually practice yokuhiji against maybe a couple punches. So we're staying on the inside, we're blocking that first punch, we're blocking the second punch, hitting with our elbow, throwing that back fist, and we're still square in front of our opponent. If you can get offline and get outside, to the outside, and their ribs are exposed right there, you can hit to the ribs still. You could come over the top, hit to the neck or to the head. So you can step offline with that one too to do your yokuhiji. Then your back fist could either still come around the arm, maybe underneath your opponent's arm, hit their nose, or back fist, I like to use it as like a standing arm lock. And you can use that to put leverage on their arm, to just kind of spin them, put some pressure, push them where you want them to go, maybe trip them, knock them down. All right. So on that one, you can step offline here, kosuuke. You got a hold of their arm, so it's okay to bring this arm back to put more force into that yokuhiji. And then you either got the back fist to the nose, or you can put the lever on the arm and pivot like that. Step, lock, yokuhiji, rauchi. Step offline, yokuhiji, rauchi. Step offline, yokuhiji, rauchi. Step offline, yokuhiji, rauchi. Step offline, yokuhiji, rauchi. All right, we're gonna take it up a level here. We're gonna go through Seisan Hojondo. So Seisan is it's the kata basically that you learn for your black belt in karate, and Hojondo is doing those movements repetitiously. All right, so onegaishimasu. Seisan Hojondo. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, because we already do some of these earlier moves in Sanchin, we're just going to start the Hojondo hitting with the high toe. Boom, ichi, ni, san. So it's going to be left foot, boom, ichi, ni, san. Right foot, boom, boom, ichi, ni, san. Left foot, boom, ichi, ni, san. Step back, boom, boom, ichi, ni, san. Back, boom, ichi, ni, san. Step back, boom, boom, ichi, ni, san. Then from here, we're gonna do Nuki, Hizageri, Koken. Nuki, Hiza, Koken. Nuki, Hizageri, Koken. Then when we go backwards, we're gonna go with off the front leg. So you're gonna do your Nuki, Hiza, Koken. Step back, left foot's in front, Nuki, Hiza, Koken. Nuki, Hiza, Koken. Don't worry too much about which foot's in front right now. You're gonna step and do the block here, and come up. Block, come up. Block, and come up. Step back, block, and up. Block, and up. Block, and up. Then we'll do Kosuuke. Step through right foot, right knee, Zenkutsudachi. Adjust back to Sanshin, Shote, Nukite. Kosuuke, step left, elbow left. Back to Sanshin stance. Nuki. Block toward the front foot, step right, right elbow. Back, Shote. Kosuke, Nukite. Then step back, left elbow, left foot. Shote, Nukite, step back, right elbow. Step back, left elbow. So then from right there, we're gonna go Tetsui, Shote. Step, Tetsui, Shote. Step, Tetsui, Shote. Sugate, Tetsui, Shote. Kosuke, Tetsui, Shote. Kosuke, Tetsui, Shote. Then block, kick, Kiza, and we'll keep this the Shokyu way. So we're gonna come to here. Shoken punches, 3 Shoken punches. Step right, kick, left Hiza, shita, Shoken, Shoken, Shoken. Step blocked with the front foot, kick front foot, knee strike. Back to Sanchin stance, hold down with your palm. 3 Shoken punches, step back, Kosuke, kick, knee, back to here. Shoken, Shoken, Shoken. Step back, Kosuke, kick, Kiza, shita, Shoken, Shoken, Shoken. Back. I think we started with that one. So then the last sequence would be, we're gonna come to here, and then we'll keep this Shokyu too, so you step up like this, step in, Yokuhishi, Rauchi, Shoken, Zuki. We'll pull, since that's kind of the end of the kata. We don't want to build a different habit. Step through left, Kamai, step back, Kamai, step in, Yokuhiji, Rauchi, Shokenzuki. Move in right. Come up. Step down. Yokuhiji, Rauchi, Shokenzuki. Pull back. Step back. Kamae. Step up. Step in. Yokuhiji, Rauchi, Shoken. Step back. Step up. Yokuhiji, Rauchi, Shoken. Step back. Kamae. Step back. Step in. Yokuhiji, Rauchi, Shokenzuki. So, go ahead and bow. Arigatou gozaimasu. That's essentially like the Seisan Hojondo. There's probably a few details in there that weren't exactly perfect. But I would say that the goal is to take out each movement of the kata and practice it repetitiously. Okay, so practice the same move over and over again so you get it down really well. So I wouldn't even do it exactly 3 forward, 3 back. That's one blueprint for doing it. But if you did it 10 times forward and 10 times back with each movement, I think that would have some value. You've got to have your katas down. So if you're struggling with the order of your kata, don't spend a bunch of time on this. Get the order of your kata figured out so you can get that correct. But then when you have the order down, then you can break down your kata, take each move out of it and practice that move over and over and over again so that you get really proficient at each piece of the puzzle. So when you put it together, it's gonna mesh better and it's gonna be a better total product. Each movement's gonna have better technique from practicing this way. When we're kicking, I'm not going to answer this guy's question. How do we block him? I don't know. All right, guys. So we got some people who are not adults who might see this content. So let's keep it pretty clean in the comments if we can. All right, so Seisan, you can break it down, practice repetitiously like that. It's a good way to train. You can also do that with any of your katas. So we can even, let's do that again, because I think that would be worth going over one more time. But before we do that, I think it's important to do some push-ups. So I'm gonna have you take a little break to just knock out like 10 push-ups if you want. For the push-ups, you can do them on your knuckles. I think that's better. Better to do the push-ups on your knuckles if you can. I am a little bit limited right now on what I'm supposed to be doing due to some recovery from a surgery. But if you go from your knees, you can do push-ups like that, go down and up. Even if you have to go from your knees, just doing 10 push-ups that way. All right, so guys, I can do push-ups before you just keep it moving. You're like, oh, this guy doesn't know anything. He can't even do push-ups. I can do push-ups. I'm just supposed to be kind of limited on what I'm doing right now, or some medical stuff. Um, but I would say it's good though. Like even if I'm limited, I still should kind of show what I can do or the way that I'm adapting it, because if you're watching this, you might be a great athlete, you might be in shape, you might be able to do push-ups no problem, even 10, like you could have done 20. So if you want to do 20, do 20. If you want to do 40, do 40. Challenge yourself. If that's what you're capable of, push yourself to that level so that you can get really strong. But sometimes people have limitations. So right now I have temporary limitations. It's not going to be that way forever. But some people have permanent limitations. And so I think if they can do push-ups in some way, I want to kind of make sure that I'm doing push-ups too the same way, so that I can maybe be helpful to them, or make it seem like, hey, it's okay wherever you're at. If you're not in shape yet, if you have something that's holding you back from being able to do everything like that, then still do your best. Still do what you can do, and enjoy getting to do what you can do without being too caught up in, oh, I can't do it perfect, so I'm just not going to do it. All right, let's run through Hojondo again for Seisan. All right, this time let's combine. I think it's smoother to combine that whole first sequence, so we'll do that. All right, so we're here. We're going to step left, Haito, Nuki, Shote, Yote Nuki Hiza, Koken. Now I'm going to come here, Haito, Nuki, Shote, Nuki, Hiza, Koken, Haito, Nuki, Shote, Jiote Nuki, Hizageri. Now, this time, boom, I'm gonna step back, right foot's in front, boom. This time I'm gonna go right knee. I'm gonna step back, left foot's in front, left knee. Step back, boom, boom. Right knee. Did I do all of them? Boom, boom. Like I said, it doesn't really matter so much. You could do 10 of them going back. I don't really care. All right, then we're gonna do these movements: block and grab, block, grab, block. And you can even add the nuki te, right? So Geidan, nuki. To back, Geidan, wauke, nuki. 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 Kosuke, tatehiji. 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 Back, tatehiji. Step back, tatehiji. Step back, tatehiji. Back, tatehiji. Back, tatehiji. Tetsui. Tetsui. Then we'll do a kick. So, kick, Hiza, shita, shoken punches, kosuke, zensokogeri, hiza, shita, shoken, 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 kosuke, hizageri, kick, hiza, shita, shoken, 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 kosuke, keru, hiza, shita, shoken, 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 kosuke, hizageri, sorry, zensokogeri, hizageri, shita, shoken, 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 kosuke, zensokogeri, hiza, shita, shoken, 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 kosuke, zensokogeri, hizageri, shita, shoken, 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 kosuke, zensokogeri, hizageri, shita, shoken, 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 kosuke, zensokogeri, hizageri, shita, shoken, 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 kosuke, hizageri, sorry, zensokogeri, hizageri, shita, shoken, 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 kamai. Step up. We can jump this time, maybe. So if it's gonna make a lot of noise in your house early in the morning, don't jump. I'm downstairs, so I'm good. So here. This is where I'm gonna lose my phone. Have it fall off the vacuum, I can tell. All right, I'm gonna go back to a few of those really unimpressive push-ups again. But you guys do them too. Do 10 push-ups, all right? And if you can do more than 10, you could start already while I'm talking, so you can do more. And by the time I'm done doing the push-ups, you can do 30, 40, if you want to push yourself that way. So go ahead and do that. I'm gonna do it the way that I'm kind of supposed to right now. Not supposed to do the full push-ups quite yet. I'll get there soon though. Just a little while longer. I'm gonna down and up. I'm kind of shorting the range of motion too. Ichi, ni, san, shi, ga, roku, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. All right. So I hope that the push-ups are getting you off to a good start for your day here. I like training that way. I like doing training with the technique or the sparring or hitting bags, practicing with weapons. And then once I've been doing that for a little bit, go do just a little bit of a strength exercise. Do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, do something like that. All right. So I like approaching training that way. We can do some sit-ups. So if you're at home, some people have like a little exercise mat that they can roll out, do their sit-ups on. You can get that out if you want. If you don't have an exercise mat, you can use a towel, and then you can decide, like if you're on carpet, you probably don't need to put a towel everywhere unless you're just dripping sweat. But you could, like, if there's a certain part of your body, like for me, sometimes my tailbone, if I do too many sit-ups, like if I start going past 100, sometimes the skin starts wearing off of my tailbone if I'm on a hard surface. So you can fold up a towel and put it underneath your tailbone or a little bit of like a back support. So that's an option for you. So I'm gonna orient myself this way. I'm just gonna do some really basic sit-ups, all right? So the knees are bent here. And I'm just gonna sit up. I'm gonna touch my heels like that, all right? Very basic. I go back till I touch my shoulder blades, sit up and touch my heels. ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, ku, ju, ichi, ni, san, shi, go. All right. If you're watching this and you're one of my students or you're a serious karate student, you know how to stand up correctly formally, but we can also stand up correctly from the ground. So in like a safety fashion. So this is more something you would do in MMA or jiu-jitsu, but I'm like this leg's posted in front, this hand's posted behind, this arm's up protecting me. I'm gonna elevate this hip between my foot and my hand that's posted. This is still protecting. Bring this foot back. I'm gonna stand up like this. And from here, I'm ready to throw my different strikes. So sometimes when you're doing your sit-ups or push-ups, practice standing up like that so you can just practice being safe. All right, to end here real quick, well, let me see what we've got for time. Yeah, we've only got like a minute left. Think about questions. We'll do this again probably in a week. We'll do another class like this. Think about questions. Feel free to type questions in the comments. You see that I look at the comments frequently. I'll try to find a way to keep the trolls out. But see about commenting and you know, any good questions that you have that you want to get some answers to. Otherwise, I appreciate kind of hearing feedback about from my students if you liked it, if it was helpful for you guys. All right, have a great rest of your day, and I hope that the rest of the day is really, really good for you, and that starting it this way is going to help you. And if you are watching this later, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. Hopefully you can go through this as kind of like a class sometime if you miss class, or if you just want to add some additional training in.